Alright, welcome to Nobinest, where math becomes easy and clear. So in today's video, we are looking at a probability question, and we'll look at the easiest way to understand this question and solve it properly. So let's look at the question. The question says that a bag has 3 red and 2 blue balls. So there's an illustration which we have here. This is the illustration of the bag, and there's 3 red balls and 2 blue balls. Okay. The question says you pick one and don't replace it. Okay, then pick another one. What's the probability both are red? Okay, so the first thing we need to remember is the formula for probability, which is number of favorable outcomes over the total outcomes. Now, in this case, we would look at, remember, it says the probability that both of them are red. So in essence, what it's talking about is the probability that if I pick it the first time, I would get red. And then if I pick it the second time, I would also get red. So first of all, we need to find out what's the probability of picking red for the first time. So let's look at it. So from the question, remember, we say the formula for probability. So let's say the probability of selecting red will now be equals to, so there are 3 red. Remember, the formula for probability says number of favorable outcomes. So which means we have 3 red, and then the total number of balls in the bag is 5. So this is the probability of selecting red. Now this for the first time. For the first time, this is the probability of selecting red for the first time. So now, if you are to pick another one, remember it says you don't replace it. So if you have to pick another one, let's say you didn't replace the red. So let's take away one red here. And so let's go. Let's now find the probability of picking the second red. So let's say probability of picking, let's say, let me put this as R2, which is the second selection. Let me put this as R1. So now the probability of selecting another red now becomes, remember, if you look at the bag now, you will now see we have 2 red. So it will be 2, and then the total number of balls is 4. So this would be 2 over 4. And remember that it was asking us that what's the probability of selecting red and then selecting another red. Remember, both is on the, let's circle both. And remember now, the next thing we would do, is when we talk about and in probability, we're talking about multiplication. If it's in a tree diagram, it will be on the same branch. So in essence, what we are going to do next is we'll multiply the first one, which is 3 over 5, we'll multiply it with 2 over 4. So this means we'll have 3 over 5 multiplying 2 over 4. Okay, and I want to simplify this so that I won't have to divide to get the final answer. So if I divide here by 2, I would have 1. If I divide here by 2, I would have 2. So which means I'll have 1 over 2 here for the second fraction. So the next thing I will do now is multiply. So then I'll multiply 3 times 1, which will give me 3, divided by 5 times 2, which will give me 10. So the probability that both of them are red will be 3 over 10. So this will be our final answer. If you're still struggling with the explanation, do well to drop a comment and I'll reply you. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.